fans and YouTubers. It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and to cuss out these anonymous but Cowboy players. Yeah, I said it. So after I just made my last video this morning that took forever to upload, it has recently came out per Jane Slater of NFL Network that a couple of anonymous Cowboy players say that their coaches are not teaching them anything. The coaches are lazy. They don't know how to adjust during a game. And they're just flat out not doing their jobs. They're not good at their jobs. Really? Okay, well, let's analyze this, shall we? Andy Dalton and Zeke Elliott have both been on air to say that they blame themselves for the loss. They owned up to their mistakes. And, of course, they said they're going to do better. Okay. Well, if Zeke Elliott, who should be frustrated at dropping the ball a lot, isn't angry at the coaches, I think it's more the defensive side of the ball. So who could possibly be disgruntled on the defensive side of the ball? Let's see. Maybe a guy who nicknamed his own defensive unit, and that's not how it works. A guy who got paid a lot of money before he decided to get some surgery done, and just recently decided to call out fans and tell us to F us. Maybe another guy who's came out and said the defense was too complex for them to figure out. It's possibly the two guys who are the highest paid on the defense. I just don't know who that could be. Hint, hint, wink, wink. DeMarcus Lawrence, Jalen Smith. This just goes on to tell me that these guys need to be cut at the first chance. Take the hits. I don't care. These guys just don't want to play. They are not, they just don't care. You didn't get this kind of animosity towards the last coaching staff, which was just as inept on defense and offense. But you didn't have any issues with them because you were in their system. You've been in their system their whole career. You know nothing else. Now that you have a coach that's in here trying to tell you different, you act like you don't want to listen to it. You want to freelance a little bit. You want to do what you want to do. And somehow the coach's teachings are a coach's problem. That they're not teaching you anything. Funny how you guys are supposed to be professionals that have been in this league forever, that nobody else seems to have a problem. I'm just seeing some players who shouldn't have been paid what they've been paid because they got more mouth than they do skills right now. Maybe that's just me. You go bald out, then you opened your mouth and your mama told you to shut it, but you didn't, and you basically held the team at gunpoint saying you won't get surgery done until you got paid. And what have you done since? Absolutely nothing. But there's always an excuse from you. Always somebody else, not you. Another guy who was getting paid and at the press conference was too busy trying to hawk his own brand with his glasses that he could care less about playing now. He wanted to promote and push his brand. He wasn't worried about anything else. Yeah. So I'm supposed to get mad at the coaches when I'm seeing the players on the field not executing jack diddly squat. And the worst corner in the world, Daryl Worley, getting beaten every game for a long touchdown, hasn't said a word. But the guys who are supposed to be a mainstay of our defense are the only ones talking smack. Yeah. Yep. And this was why people say you fall in love with a team, not a player. Because I don't like these guys right now. Personally or professionally right now. They got attitudes. I'm not seeing how y'all give a crap anymore. I'm not seeing hustle. I'm seeing y'all getting beat every other play. I'm not even seeing y'all in the screen half the time because you ain't doing nothing or you're sitting your asses on the ground. But it's the coach's fault. Okay. All right. You don't go out here and do anything against Washington football team come Sunday. You can take your excuses and shove them straight up you know where. And you can bank on that. I'll go on Twitter straight to your Twitter page and tell you off. I will. That's how frustrated I am right now with this crappy ass organization. Like, oh man, I take every one of you players off of my Twitter right now. I really will. But I know it's not all players. Most of these players are buying in. Most of these players know that it's a hard road to hoe here. And they're not making excuses. They know they got to do better, and they're trying to do better. Some other guys are always making excuses. Some other guys are always getting washed out of plays. Some other guys like to talk crap about other people instead of taking accountability on themselves. Who's the leader of the defense? We knew who the leader was on offense. Who's the leader on the defense? Not the ones crying to Jane Slater, obviously. Don't even have the balls to just say who they are. Just gonna go to somebody anonymously. We know who you are. It ain't like it's a secret. You the only two outspoken fools on the defense who have been chirping at something all this season. So, you know what? Y'all can go to hell. Y'all can just stay on the damn bench. I'll run with the goddamn rookies. Randy Gregory, you can come back and you can take this fool's spot. Because he ain't doing shit. He ain't worth his money. He can make that money sitting his happy ass on the pine. That's how I feel about them. They ain't not even worth it. And the aggravation y'all want to give us fans, let alone your ownership group who paid you this money to not show up, to disappear in games, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And to let it be known to the public, y'all really got issues. You really do. This whole thing is turning into a cluster. I'm drafting y'all replacements. Just no more to it. I don't want this kind of attitude on my team. Y'all wanted to bring in a safety who's got attitude problems? What was he going to do? Because apparently, you guys on every level of this team seem to have an attitude problem. Y'all don't want to take accountability for yourselves. Y'all want to blame everybody else. Not cool, man. Not cool. Anyway, if anything else happens, we'll get it to you. But I'm disgusted. I am disgusted. I really am. Everybody trying to dump on the defensive coordinator, but now we see who's the problem. It's the players who don't give a crap, trying to rat out everybody else that are the problem. But these were Jason Garrett guys, weren't they? They had the right kind of attitudes when he drafted them. Yep. All that straight to the gutter. Just like your play on the field. Alright? Y'all continue having a good Tuesday, because some Cowboy defenders aren't. We'll talk to you later. Peace.